Okay, I think we're live. This one's gonna be actually pretty short. I'm gonna do very specific things today. So I wanted to add some visual effects that will. Last time I tried doing that, but Unity completely changed, I guess, the way it works. So I'm gonna add some visual effects to the game and maybe change the music around a bit. We'll see what happens. Yeah, in the meantime, let me just show you what we have so far. Um, let's see. And maybe we can also hear the music that we have so far. Oh, okay. So yeah, this music is gonna change, but until then, have this thing going. And actually, what I wanted to do here is to add visual effects so that whenever we go forward, so you can hear this little effect here. I wanted to have also a visual component, when people go forward, a spaceship move forward, it's supposed to show some kind of a thing. So, and also, if the time allows today, and it's going to be a short one actually, but I hope that I'll have some time to change the music around because I'm not really happy with it. So we saved this one, and I mean, it's kind of working, but not really. And also there's okay, if you go right and left, the sound changes a bit. If you go forward, the sound changes. We have already some sound implemented here. That's fine. Okay, let's see what I can do then. So I really wanted to add camera effects, and last time I did that was a long time ago, and it was a part of the standard package, but now I guess you need to download it. So I'm gonna go to, where is the package manager? Yep, there is something called post-processing, and maybe I installed it last time. I suspected that it was there, but then I didn't really know what to do with it. So here's what you do with it. You go to the main camera and you add a post-processing layer. And there's some, you can change the anti-aliasing to fast approximate. I guess that's a good thing. Then, let's see. I want to add a new layer because it's supposed to be like here. So we're actually going to add a layer and call it post-processing. Cool. And now I'm going to go back to the main camera and choose that layer. Yeah. So this is like the second time I do this actually, so not quite sure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna add an empty game object here, and this is gonna be our post-processing volume. Let's just put it in the center. And the layer should be post-processing. And here we're going to add a post-processing volume. So this is, I think, it's global. And profile, we're going to create a new profile. So the cool thing about this is that I'm going to put a bunch of camera effects here, and the weight is going to change according to my movement forward and back. So here I can just add effects, and I'm going to add something called color grading. And let's see how it works. Color grading. Okay, without it. So let's do this. add some more stuff here, like this channel mixer. Okay. Yeah, something like this. Make it kind of trippy when you go forward. Yeah. And let's see if it saves it. Yeah, cool. And I can add another effect, like just for the sake of it. Let's do whatever, grain. And let's see how that goes. I might want to change it later, but for now, it's good. And luminance, let's just keep it like that. And add another effect. I want like a vignette here. So let's do that. Then I can play with the weight of this whole layer so that when this is 0, nothing happens. And when I go forward, this will happen. But I also want to give it some space here where nothing happens and then it starts. So let's see how I'm going to do that. I can add a component to this post-processing volume and make it I'll make it like I can call it like effect manager. And no, don't crash Unity. Okay, effect manager. Okay. So we have this effect manager, and let's just add public player controller. This is what I'm going to need to. It's actually called controller. What did I call it? Controller. And the post-processing volume. Yeah, post-processing volume. You probably need something for that. No. PPV post-processing volume. Let's see. Post-processing. Okay, interesting. So what do I need here? I need to add using, let's see how it's done. Using post-processing. So it's Unity Engine rendering post-processing. Unity Engine rendering post-processing. And this should ideally work. Let's see. Public post-processing. Yeah, post-process volume. Nice. Um, that's very strange. Right. Okay. So yeah, this works. What do I need now? Let's do this. Awake. Controller. And post-processing volume equals get component. Right. So we don't need the start method, I don't think. And actually, I really don't like using the update method, but I think in this case, we really have no choice. I think so. We could change it so that every time the spaceship moves, it sends an event, but I don't know how much it's going to optimize the performance or whatever. So let's first see if that's even a problem. So post-processing volume weight equals, and this is going to change according to the movement. So first of all, we're going to clamp to that should be clamped from 0 to 1. But the actual value, I want to have some space where it doesn't change actually. So let's do it by subtracting 0.5f. I think it should work. And then we need to compensate for that. I mean, the range is going to be, I think I'm right here, but we're going to see about that. So transform position y minus, also this needs to be normalized. So it's controller boundary y, no, y min. Okay, this whole thing, wait, let's do this like that. Yeah, this whole thing divided by, so it's controller boundary y max minus controller boundary y min. And we still need to give back the 0.5 that we took. So in my head it makes sense, kind of, and let's see what happens in reality, in Unity reality. That's a bit of an ugly line. I'm kind of worried about it, but let's see if it works. So okay, whoa, nice. And it actually works with the music a bit. Okay, it might be a little bit too trippy, but I kind of like it. I don't even know why I did it. Right now it serves like no purpose in the game, but maybe later we can do it so that I don't know, some things you can see from here and some things you can see from there, and then you always have to play with the forward backward motion. So yeah, okay, that's cool. I wanted to add some music to this thing. Like we have this music. I'm not really happy about that, and I'm trying to think what I can do with that. Let's open the project. So, whatever. I'm not even going to save this. It's just a sketch, and we'll have 1ManGameJam. Let's make a. Yeah, I'll take this and maybe save it as a new one. And no. Save as 1ManGameJam. This is part 3. Okay, and actually, let's get rid of everything here. Everything. Nice. So that's a start. Maybe I should actually post it in the Waves group. I'm going to use some of Wave stuff here. But yeah, why not? We'll put it in the Waves audio files group. Waves audio files. And maybe in the Bitwig group, since I'm using Bitwig users group. Okay. So just post it here and there. Okay. And I'm actually going to use Massive. I thought about this a lot. So I'm trying to find the perfect music for this game, and also the perfect sound. And I started thinking about what inspired me in previous things that I've made, and I think I was very inspired by this game called Fez, which probably some of you know, and the music and sounds were made by a guy named Rich Freeland, also known as Disaster Piece, and he's a super talented guy. He's like a genius, and I watched a lot of his tutorials actually, and I spoke to him. He's an awesome guy, and he made a lot of really cool stuff with Massive. And I think I'm going to just start with at least the same logic that he applied when he made Fez, which was to really dive deep into the sound. I'll see what I can do. I'm actually going to try to make some like kind of a Fez-like thing, and I noticed that one of the things that he always does is like he takes this reverb of the Massive, and it puts it in a very, extreme setting, kind of like that. So, can we actually hear this? Wait. Oh, the channel isn't armed, I guess. Whoa. Okay, so it's like right off the bat, like Massive just sounds. I didn't do anything. I just put the crazy Massive reverb, and yeah, it's kind of quirky sounding, but I really like it. And then he uses. That's one thing that he does. I personally would prefer it maybe kind of like this. I hope it's not too loud in the live feed. If it is, like, let me know somehow. Yeah. So let's see. I take this, and actually I'm gonna change the envelope a bit. So let's see. The attack. Maybe something like that. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, another cool thing that Disaster Piece does, and I personally really like, is it's using some kind of an LFO to modify the pitch and the WT position here. So if this is between square wave and a sawtooth wave, if you use this LFO, for example, to modify it, We can change the rate too. Okay. That's nice. We can also change the pitch, but just a tiny bit. Maybe 0. Yeah. I'm gonna send this one to like some kind of maybe a low pass and change the cutoff a bit. Yeah, so now the LFO can change that as well. Okay. Trying to think what else. I'm going to use some ring modulation and yeah. Another thing, we can add some random to those things. So I'll add a random trigger here and here. Okay. Yeah, like there is actually a lot of stuff we can change here, but we can add some random to this. And now if, for example, I can send this white noise to the second filter. And have another modulator change that. So maybe this LFO here can change. Let's do a bandpass here. So these are not all like not at all my tricks. This is like really all the credit is due to Disaster Piece, because I literally watched his tutorials and started doing those things. I really like it. And I think another cool thing to do here is okay. Let's just save this one. Or yeah, actually we can also save those from Bitwig, which is cool. So I can do this and or how do I do that? Save preset to library. And I can give it a name. So this is like Mojo Disaster Keys. Let's call it like that. Creator. I think that's more like it. And whatever. This is like, is it bright though? Doesn't really matter. That's okay. So now back to the game, and I'm trying to see. Actually, let's do something to stop it from playing music so it doesn't interrupt us. I think that should do. No. We could. I hope it's not going to cause an exception or something, but if I do this. Great. And no exceptions. We're golden. Let's see if this still works. Nice. I like it. So what else? Oh, making music. Yeah, that's like a thing. So how do I do that? Trying to think. So it's a bit like too pumping, right? The massive sound. How can I think I'm gonna lower the attack a bit. Okay, I want again so I'm just gonna kind of reiterate what happened in the previous times that I wanted to work on this music. Is that the first time I worked on it, I guess I just did something that I kind of wanted to make. Like I had this idea in my head, but it had like nothing to do with the game. Then the second time I was like, okay, let's focus on like what I actually want to do. And I think what I wanted to do was create something that's kind of dreamy, but still gives the sense of urgency. So action, we need like a call for action, as marketers would say. And I'm trying to find the way to do that. Whenever I'm getting too dreamy, it's getting too laid back, and you don't feel like the sense of urgency. So let's see what I can do. Um, and that's like too glittery also, the sound. So it's kind of a feedback relationship between the sounds and the music. If you're like the sound doesn't exactly fit what you're trying to do, it's gonna just sound horrible. And oh, stop shooting, please. That's distracting. Okay, back to massive. What can I do here to make it kind of tone down a little bit? So first, the very obvious thing is the reverb. So that's like too dry. Too dry. And I feel like it's like too shiny. And maybe the way to do that is, let's see what happens without the noise for a second. Yeah, so the noise wasn't it without the FM. Definitely not. So what we're hearing here is these are not doing anything either way. And it could be this. And what I'm suspecting is, let's see without the filters for a second. Oh, without the filters, we still have the noise. Mm-hmm. And what we can do to change that a little bit is, let's see. So another thing is that the envelope is a bit, yeah, let's change the decay. And bring back the reverb. Maybe the noise too. With the filter. A little bit more decay. Maybe less decay, but a little bit more level in the decay. trying to find the right balance here. And okay. Let's see again. I think maybe there's a little bit too many modifiers, so everything is kind of wobbly like this all the time. So this is a little bit distracting. Let's get this out of here. So something is always like kind of spiraling out of control here. And I'm really trying to tone it down somehow. It could be this. Still. And yeah. So that can either, like, one way to solve this would be to really change the decay to like to nothing basically, and get the attack like this, and then let's make the decay a little bit more. Even like this, and let's try that one again. I want to start over, completely new sound. Oh, great. So let's start again and just see where it gets us this time. So again, Massive has this tendency of becoming like a bit too intense, and I think a part of it is that we should control the decay somehow and prevent this from happening. Okay. Let's see how we can do that. Whoa. Hmm. I still feel like something needs to be kind of toned down here, and I'm not quite sure. This always happens to me with massive, and I do think the key is the decay. It's getting it exactly right. So the different sounds don't kind of like add up, you know. Let's try using the LFO again. Use this one to control the pitch a little bit. Okay, not bad. And the position. Some random, like this. And some random. Can I do that actually? I don't even want to do that. Okay. And then, yeah, we want to add the reverb a little bit. So. So that's kind of like a little tune that I am imagining in my head, but it is a bit like more dreamy than like action like. So not really sure how this would fit. Um, but we'll try, and maybe I'll work on the sounds a little bit more. But for now, at least, let's record this. Let's see. Are we? Is this the project BPM? That's a good question. Go to the Fmod project. Actually, it doesn't matter because I can change it anytime. But no, it's 60. So we're going to use 60 BPM. I think it actually makes more sense. Even though what I was playing now was, let's see. Okay, so it's a 65er. Let's make it an even 65, and I'll change it later in Fmod. For now, we'll do this so it's without the loop. No, I think it should be slower. It should be like a 60. Three. Yeah, we have several different types of issues here. One of them is like my ability to play at the moment, and but we can take care of that. That's the easy part. Just quantize this whole thing, and so that can be easily solved. But the next thing is that I'm still not really happy with the sound. I'll quantize these guys too. Yep. More or less. let's see what we can do here. No, it's like this. And yeah, so that was the E major part, and from here we're gonna go to the C sharp minor. So it's the way I figure it is like if you always go down a minor third, it's pretty cool. So it's like, and yeah, and then from there, so that's an E major going to C sharp minor, and then from there we're going another minor third down to an A. So then there is always like a shift. You're going to the next time around you're playing it in A major, starting from A major, going down to F sharp minor, and then D, and then you can go back to E. So that's kind of cool. But I do need to workshop the sound a bit, and it would be helpful also if I knew how to play this thing on click. So but let's start with the sound thing, because we already have like a little sample, so we can actually loop it here and see how we can workshop the sound. And just to show you again, like, so the game, that this should be it's a bit annoying like this, but when you hear it like this looping, but I have a feeling we can make it sound kind of more dreamy and sweet in a way, and maybe if we take more of a sine wave kind of sound. I want it to be like a sine triangle, so one side is sine, and then it's not working exactly like I wanted it. Let's try more waveforms. Definitely not this one. Let's not try this one. What's Woody? No Woody for us. So it's I think the sine square was actually the nicest. And we could add a bandpass or something with some resonance. Okay, maybe some modulation. Yeah, so like this, it's a little bit more sweet. It's less annoying, and it's not as cool, and also it still doesn't deliver the sense of urgency that I wanted to. So let's add like the second oscillator to it, and I wanted the pitch to be a little bit different, just to give it some more depth. Okay. We can play around with W2 position. So make it take this random trigger here. Oh, it's underneath. So this random trigger can change the W2 position a little bit. And also some LFO. So I think it's kind of neat. Like, it gives you this feeling that you're hovering around in your spaceship, and that's going to be the relaxed music. Like, so that's when nothing happens. Okay, so this is still not affecting the music because it's playing from a completely different source. Okay, let's just say that this is the sound we have now. Just because I don't want to keep working on it because this can go on for hours. So let's just have this one. And I want to see, just to make things a little bit shorter, I can just take this one, whole minor third down, but then of course it won't be exactly right because so because we don't want this F in, am I wrong here? No, I don't. So this is actually, oh, of course, these two need to go also down to C sharp. So it's like that, and we have the E and the C sharp and the F sharp, and not very sure about the G sharp because I would want it like here. No. Maybe we can do it a major 7 here. So oh, we're not even going to A, we're going to C sharp, sorry. I actually like it though. Huh. So what if we take this whole section and let's try to record this. Click would be helpful. No. Again. Yeah, not exactly, but can we make it work for now? Just take these guys and so this one needs to be here, of course, and these three can go here. Okay, And then no. So I wanted to go from the C sharp minor to the A, and so let's start over. So it's something like. Um, hmm. Maybe the A can just be like a transition to the F sharp minor. So. No. Um, I wanted to I want it to be kind of circular, so that's a bit of a harmonic, puzzle. Like, because you need, if you have the subdominant or the dominant going, let's say, if I have a D here, then I expect going back to A, and so then if I switch to the E before the time, I'll need to go to A. Yeah, the E needs to go to A. This is confusing, but let's hear the whole thing again. A bit too dark, maybe. This part is pretty dark. Let's just hear one more time what was there before, because we might be kind of losing our touch with the game. So that can happen. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So this is kind of it's a journey music, right? And going to the left amplifies the left side. Going to the right side, whatever. Okay, so this is like idle times, hovering around, and then the enemies come. Getting more intense, but it still feels kind of like, oh yeah, good times on the spaceship, you know. Although I don't know, it's cool. Maybe I can add this thing as a layer, but I don't think it's even in the same key. Could be like a layer, but it will need to change the scale. Now it's so if we'll do that, we'll need to change. We'll need to change a lot of things actually, because it's right now it's in minor and we're in major. But what we can do is It's a bit of a dirty trick. Let's see. So right now we're in E major, and if we take this actually, let's think. We can take it to um, A. We can take it to A, and then we'll be in the relative major of whatever is playing now. So, trying to think how to do that, because I don't want to just take everything down perfect fifth. I'll just take it up a perfect fourth then. Back to here. And also I want to change the loop. Okay, let's try. Yeah, I don't know. It could work. But it's not really what I'm trying to do, because I don't want to just add more layers on something that I'm not completely happy about. So I might get rid of this whole. It sounds a bit like Depeche Mode, and I personally, it's not exactly my thing. No offense to Depeche Mode, but not my thing. So I need to really think how to make this. Again, it should be dreamy. It should give you the sense of urgency. It's a bit of a musical riddle. I want to try one more thing, and so again, let's get rid of that and just look at the game again without the music. Okay, this effect, I mean, maybe we'll add some distortion. Like right now there is like a flinger, I think, and some other thing. The pop sounds actually good. That's something I did with my mouth last time, like, and added some reverb to it. So that's cool. Yeah, I like it. About the other sounds, I don't know. They get a little bit annoying at some point. The pop is good. This is the one thing I'm happy about with the sounds. The shots are not so bad, but they're, yeah, I don't know. They go a bit too low, I think, the shots. We'll take care of it later. Oh, I just want to focus on the music for now, so let's take care of that. Yeah. Let's go back to massive, and actually let's stop this for a second. I want to go back to massive one more time, and where is it? Just change the sound a tiny bit more. So the ring modulation is okay, but it's a bit too sweet. What if we do like a minor thing here? something here still feels kind of maybe too plastic. No, that's too much reverb. And in general, this is too much tails here. So it's cool. There is like a lot of reverb here. And yeah, band pass. Let's change the cutoff a bit. Ooh. Yeah, but this even gets like a bit unpleasant, right? So less reverb maybe. And the cutoff just a little bit. This is like maybe just a little bit less here. Also, whoa, that's too much reverb. I don't know if it's the size. Okay, we can leave it like that. I wanted to add another layer to this actually. And I don't know, I guess I'm just really addicted to this peach thing. It's called peach. It could get annoying at times, but it's actually a really nice one. Yeah, I'll lower the volume a bit. We don't want it as harsh as the. I don't know. Maybe I'm overdoing this, but I really like it, so. Because it's a bit like 80s, you know, I don't really want to go there. So it's a fine line. You really, before that it was too sweet. Now it's a bit too harsh. But there is a lot more depth than there was before. And decay should be a little bit less. And then you're always stuck with the annoying question of, okay, that's great. What are we playing, you know? What are we doing? So the original idea, which again I'm not really happy with, was, and why is this loop not aligned? Come on. Okay. Let's do it with the game again. So something like that. We're floating around. Everything is good. Shooting enemies. Well, not yet, but whatever. And then. Oh, I changed the scale. Let's bring it back to whatever it was before. It was. Yeah. It was this actually. harsh. It's too much. I'm gonna have to tone it down a bit more, but it's a bit frustrating because it feels like you never really get to the music part of the thing. But it's actually really important because if you're playing kind of the wrong sound, it just sends you the wrong way. So that's a bit nicer. It could still be toned down just a little bit, I think. Maybe I can even, turn off this. You know what? Yeah, that's not too bad. Of course, it's a bit too aggressive, like this part. We can take these and make them shorter. And actually, let's make all of these shorter. There's a cheating way to make it shorter, which is just to use note length. We'll do that. Note length, because I don't want to go over every single note and change it. So and make it 1/16. Yeah, I can't say I'm too happy about this one. And also, why is this one sounding so dense and this one doesn't? So the only explanation I could think of is that something is wrong with this note length thing. And we're just going to find out right now. Yeah, something is not really happening with the note length. I'm working so hard on like fixing it, and I'm not even sure that's the music I want. But the only way to know is to really try it. Yeah, I think I know what's going on here. Because I used the pedal, it actually, the sustain pedal, it actually recorded my sustain pedal as well. And let's see if I know where this is at in Bitwig. Not 100% sure I know. Yeah, it could be pressure. No, it's none of these, I guess. It might have recorded it as some automation. Who knows? Anyway, um, what I could do is try to record the pedal again, and let's see if that works. So I think it's done like that. Okay. No, it doesn't work like that. It could maybe I need to actually record and do this. No, I thought it was here actually. Um, let's see. Automation, right? Okay. Overdub. I think it's overdub. So, and what's that? Touch, latch, right? Whatever. Let's try that one. Okay, nice. So this worked. Let's save actually. And I want to add, more chords to this progression. So, okay, let's just turn this one off for a second.